This courier needs to be received in person, but the guard in the yard tried to stop the stranger from getting close because his owner, Mr. Bai, gave him an order. In the end, Mr. Bai opened the package and made people speechless. Mr. Fen, as a courier, his daily job is to send letters and packages. In terms of work, Mr. Fen is really very serious about it. The letter must be in the mailbox. The package must be received by the person himself. As for this kind of work, I still appreciate Pink Panther very much. But with this serious attitude, Mr. Fen was shocked. That day, Mr. Bai was teaching his pet, Wang Kai. Today, no one is allowed to enter the yard because he has to bathe at home. If someone comes in, you have to kick him out. Wang Kai started to bark very cooperatively. Mr. Bai was very satisfied with his condition and returned home. Unfortunately, Mr. Fen was just sending Mr. Bai's package. When he just opened the door, Wang Kai said very enthusiastically that he needed to touch it. But when Pink Panther just stepped into the yard, Wang Kai thought of Mr. Bai's explanation. While pulling Pink Panther, Wang Kai made love stickers in the yard. Mr. Fen, who had a hard time escaping, was outside the door. His clothes were tattered as if he had been bitten by a dog. He was not in a good mood yet and was hit by a dog. Pink Panther, who was rejuvenated, planned to use the high bridge to enter the yard. He walked to the door and didn't put down the package. Wang Kai chased him to the door. He took out the saw and started to saw. I said, "What kind of tool does your dog use?" I also want to buy one. This time, Mr. Fen wanted to dig a tunnel and enter the yard. The tunnel route just passed Wang Kai's feet. Looking at the tunnel, Zhugu quickly pulled out the water pipe and opened the door of the water pipe. The water pressure immediately rushed Pink Panther to the sky. He saw the plane and didn't forget to send a letter. It was really amazing. To sum up the experience lesson just now, Pink Panther felt that he could enter the yard from the air. Soon, Pink Panther was ready to fly. He took off with his wings. The plane took off smoothly. But when he passed the dog, he was betrayed by the shadow. To be honest, does this watermelon-shaped bullet have such a strong power? I also want to try. After all the balloons were broken, Mr. Fen was still loved by Wang Kai. Pink Panther, who kept losing and fighting, tied the package to his chest, carried the rocket at the bottom of the box, sprayed the backpack, put on the ice shoes, and everything was ready. Wang Kai, who secretly watched, was shocked. Pink Panther pressed the start button. A flash of sparklers rushed into the yard. The second child was chasing the dog. The dog played with speed and passion in the yard. At this time, Pink Panther still wanted to find a chance to deliver the package, but there was no way to make the next step smoothly. This made Mr. Bai feel like he was being played. Wang Kai, who was sick, used the secret weapon of the second child. Pink Panther was suddenly attacked and lost balance. The two rushed into the house. A fierce explosion threw them into the air. Wang Kai bit Pink Panther's ass. Mr. Fen finally sent the package to Mr. Bai. Mr. Bai opened the express delivery. There was a bone in it. Wang Kai saw it and started to enjoy it. Mr. Fen, who was weak, was driven out by Mr. Bai. He was glad that he had completed the delivery. If you like it, please subscribe. The next episode is more exciting.